welcome to this painting video. And in this video I'm going to show you some of the next steps to take King Brod up to parade ready. And as you can see here, we've already got him up to battle ready from our previous video. First we're going to be painting the creeper on his shoulder, and we'll be using Tuscarora fur for the layer and Cadian flesh tone and white scar for the highlights. So we're going to dip into our pot here of our Tuscarora fur. I'm going to pop it onto our palette, and I'm going to thin it down with just a touch of water because it is a layer. And I've got a nice small brush, and then we can pop it onto our model. So here we've got the little creeper on his shoulder. So what we're going to do is we're going to just pick out the raised areas. I'm going to leave some of those dark red undertones left on his skin. Next we're going to use our Cadian flesh tone for our highlight. And we're just going to pick out the raised areas on the face and the ears. You can also use this on the fingers and the toes as well. And as our finishing touch on the creeper, we're going to use white scar for the eyes and the teeth. Now that the creeper is done, we can move on to the fur pelt. And for this we'll be using 3 dry brushes, one of Baritnar Burgundy, one of Demonette Hide and one of Administratum Grey. So we're going to dip into the pot here of the Baritnar Burgundy. We've got our small dry brush. What we're going to do is we're going to go in circular motions and we're going to remove as much of the paint water as we can. So you can see it starts to dry out on there. And then we can pop it onto the model. So we've got the back of him here. So we're going to dry brush this all over the fur, avoiding the skull and the creeper that is in the fur at the back. So you just need to do a couple of light dry brushes to build it up. And now we're going to move on to our dry brush of Demonette Hide. And just like before, we're going to just do layers of light dry brushing to build it up. And we're going to finish off our dry brushing with Administratum Grey. With the fur now finished, we can move on to the thick leather hide. And for this we'll be using Rhinox hide for the layer and Blood Reaver flesh and Gawthor brown for the highlights. So we're just going to dip into our pot here, and because it is a base coat we're going to thin it down just so it's a little bit smoother on our brush. And then we can go and pop it onto the leather. For this we're going to focus on this thick leather hide right here. And we're going to just pick out the raised areas just from the dark recesses. So you just might need a couple of coats of this just because we thinned down the paint a little bit. Next we're going to use Blood Reaver flesh. And what we're going to do is start picking out the highlighted edges of all the leather. And what we're going to do is we're just going to go in lines to simulate actual leather. And finally we're going to use Gawthor brown, and we're going to do similar to the last paint, but we're going to just do smaller, thinner lines. So we're just going to build it up. And there we have it. Our creeper, our fur and our leather is now finished. And remember, you can use any of these techniques for the rest of your models in your collection. Well, we hope you enjoyed this video and we hope you enjoy painting your own King Brod, and we'll see you soon. Bye bye!